Is it recording? I can never tell with this program if I'm recording or not, so I hope I am. Hello, everybody. It's me again. I have a big old box of stuff from Book Outlet. If you're not familiar with Book Outlet, they are an online bookstore. They have some newish releases, a lot of backlist things, and they are deeply discounted. I think the most expensive thing I got, let me see here, I think it was like $3, maybe. Yeah, they don't put the prices on here. Might have been, no, there was one that was $6, I think. One of the cookbooks. I've got all kinds of things. It ranges from kids stuff to cookbooks to novels. So, yeah, there's a lot of things in this box. Let me grab a handful and we get started with all the goodies. Oh, wait, where's the other one that goes with this one? All right. We'll start with a couple novels. This is called The Little Old Lady Behaving Badly. I've actually read this one already, or, well, listened to the audiobook of it. It was so much fun. This little old lady, let's see. Does it say her name on the back? Martha. It lives in, like, a retirement home and is bored. Aren't we all? With this lockdown nonsense. But she's bored. So she gets into some trouble. She gathers up some friends that are at the same retirement home, and they become the League of Pensioners. So I believe this is the League of Pensioners series, or the Little Old Lady series. I don't know. Oh, wait. I haven't read this one. This is the second one, I think. This is the third one. The first one is The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules. It's got like a purpley cover, now that I think about it. One of these is number 2 and the other's number 3. So I'm excited to have both of them. Now I've got stuff to read. As if I don't have piles of books stacked up all over the house. But anyway, I've got new things to read. The first book, they end up involved in an art heist. Let's see. This one, they're needing money. And they are going to try to cheat some billionaires out of their luxury yachts. That might be interesting. This must be the second one, because here they're going to Vegas, and I believe at the end of the first one that the plan was to go to Vegas. So I think this is probably 2, and this is probably 3. I could be wrong. But anyway, here they're planning on heading to Vegas. So either way, it's going to be a fun time. I want to say they're from, the author is Swedish. Katharina Engelman Sundberg. Sounds possibly Swedish. I think it's Swedish. Anyway, here's one called My Mother's Kitchen. Breakfast, Lunch, Dinner, and the Meaning of Life. I think it's kind of a memoir / cookbook. Oh, there's pictures of kitty cats. Yeah, there are some recipes in here, but I think it's more of a memoir. It says, Peter Gethers wants to give his 93-year-old mother a final gift, a spectacular feast featuring all her favorite dishes. Problem is, he doesn't know how to cook most of them, so he embarks on a culinary journey that ultimately leads him to the secrets of a life well lived and a death defined by dignity, humor, and grace. So he's apparently going to learn some life secrets and how to cook. But there are some recipes in here. Foolproof Eggs Benedict. What else is in here? Foolproof 2-minute hollandaise, which of course is part of Eggs Benedict. They're just kind of sprinkled in. I don't know if I like that. I kind of like having all the recipes grouped together, but yeah. Celeriac remoulade. Celeriac is a vegetable, I know, but other than that, I don't know anything about it. Chocolate pudding. There we go. I like chocolate pudding sometimes. I love chocolate, but I don't like chocolate ice cream very well, and I'm not usually a big fan of chocolate pudding, but I love, this is going to sound really weird, I love the chocolate pudding that comes in a can. I don't know why, I just do. I haven't had that in a long time either. Copy of Hamlet, good old Shakespeare. I really enjoy this play, and this is the Folger Shakespeare Library Edition. So there's a lot of notes and discussion and further reading and essays and things, as well as the play. So there's a lot in this little book. If I would have seen more of them, I think that was like, it was less than $2. It was like $1.67 or something crazy like that. There's this Louis Anderson, Hey Mom, Stories for My Mother, but you can read them too. I think Louis Anderson is a very funny comedian. I've seen him live, and he was very friendly when we met him. He was willing to talk with us for a few minutes after his show, which was really nice. It was at a Joker's Comedy Club in Dayton. That's where I saw him, and yeah, it was a fun time. And usually what you see is the tame stuff, the family-friendly stuff. We went to the second show, which, I mean, it's a bar, so it's going to be all adults anyway, but we went to his second show where he was a little more, shall we say, raunchy. Yeah. I wasn't really expecting that, but then I'd never seen him perform live before. All I'd ever seen was the stuff on TV where he's basically tame. Okay. I have the Knitter's Activity Book, which is not for me. It's actually for my sister-in-law. Probably for Christmas. Start now, get the Christmas shopping done. And then when everybody else is going nuts and ripping things off the shelves, you don't have to worry about it because you've got it taken care of. Huh. It's got a little board game in here. Oh, that's cute. It's a lion mug rug. I like that. Too bad I'm not a Gryffindor. There's a Knitter's Alphabet. A knit lobster dinner. Yeah. Triceratops slippers. Yeah, there's some really cute things in here. I think... Oh, there's stories in here featuring knit critters, and then how to knit the critters. Killer whale, chicken, raccoon, polar bear, corgi, starfish. There's a bingo thing. A swan doorstop. A pub quiz. Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff in there. I think it's fun anyway. I think she'll enjoy that because it's not just a bunch of random patterns. It's a bunch of random patterns with a bunch of other random stuff. Then I have Italian Moms, Something Old, Something New cookbook. 150 Family Recipes by Elisa Costantini. Does it have like family stories and stuff too? I love it when they put family stories in. to kind of... Well, so far all I'm seeing is just, oh yeah, here's some story stuff. So it looks like the beginnings of the chapters have some like story stuff, and then it goes into the different recipes, which looks interesting. Must have been hungry for Italian, because that's like the second Italian recipe book that I've picked up recently. In the previous video, I had the Chef Boyardee one. This one is the Mom 100 Cookbook, 100 Recipes Every Mom Needs in Her Back Pocket by Katie Workman. I've been getting the Workman emails with the different, like, I think it's weekly email with different menus and recipes and things. English muffin pizzas, crunchy granola, oatmeal, lunchbox wraps, tuna sandwich, edamame. A lot of these are things that kids can do too, which is cool. Bunch of different soups. Ooh, that one looked good. Barbecue chicken, chicken tenders, tacos, brisket, meatloaf. I don't really make meatloaf. I like once or twice a year I might make what I call my pizza meatloaf. Or I take like a pound of Italian sausage. I like to get the bulk sausage at Kroger, and I'll get like a pound of Italian sausage and put it with a pound of hamburger. And to get some, either the little mini pepperonis or regular pepperonis that I chop up into smaller bits, mix all that together, and then add in, like, put mozzarella cheese in the middle of it, and then put pizza sauce over the top when I bake it, and some mozzarella on top as well. And pretty good. Tastes like pizza, like you would expect. So, hey, they're quick and easy recipe. I also occasionally make what I call turkey loaf, where you take some ground turkey, and this is something I actually found on Pinterest, and I adapted it to my needs. But you take like ground turkey, pound and a half, 2 pounds, and a box of stovetop stuffing mix. And it says to mix the stuffing like with the water like you normally would, but I usually make stuffing with the broth. So I add a can of chicken broth to the stuffing mix, and then mix the stuffing mix and the turkey together. And again, I like to put cheese with it because I like cheese. If you don't like cheese, you don't have to put it on there, but maybe Swiss cheese or something. And then I bake that. It's going to be gooey when you form the loaf, because there's actually more liquid in the broth than what you need to make the stuffing mix, which is fine, because when you bake it, turkey has a bad tendency to dry out. But if you've got the extra liquid from the broth, it keeps the turkey from drying out too much, and it's not bad. It's pretty nice to eat. I serve that with mashed potatoes and gravy. Put a little gravy over the top of the turkey loaf. You're good to go. You got a meal. Thanksgiving on a plate. I always have a couple cans of cranberry sauce in the pantry, so scoop a cranberry sauce unless I decide to make my own, which really is easy to do. I think people are afraid to do it. They think it's complicated. It's not. Maybe I'll share that recipe at some point. Anyway, there's a bunch of chicken recipes. There's some potato recipes, other veggies. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good thing. It's stuff that, it's normal foods, and it's things, some of them that kids can help with. So that's pretty cool. Then I've got Taste of Home 100 Family Meals, which goes with all those Taste of Home books that I got in my previous haul. I think this one was probably around the same price. Those were like $2.99. I think this one was around $2 something. I'm not entirely sure since it doesn't say on the invoice. This looks like normal food that people would eat. Meatball pizza, chili beef noodle skillet. Those both look good. I'm not even hungry right now. We already had dinner, so Florentine spaghetti bake? Yeah, I'd be the only one to eat that because I'm the only one in the house who eats spinach. Spaghetti squash and sausage. A couple years ago, we had so many spaghetti squash. We bought plants that they were on clearance, and they looked half dead, but we picked them up super, super cheap, planted them. We had so many spaghetti squash. It was unbelievable. Half the plants died, but of the like 2 or 3 that survived, we just kept getting more and more spaghetti squash. I made, I think, 8 different casserole pans full of stuff with spaghetti squash and stuck them in the freezer. Gave spaghetti squashes away. It was ridiculous how many we had. And then next year, volunteer plants came up, so we had even more. So yeah, spaghetti squash. Good thing. I like it with Italian sausage and marinara sauce and some Parmesan and mozzarella. Then you bake it. You scrape it all. You soften it. You scrape it all out. Mix it with the sauce and the Parmesan and the sausage. Mix all that together. Stuff it back in the shell. Sprinkle some mozzarella over the top. Stick it in the oven for a little bit. When that mozzarella gets brown and bubbly, it's good to go. Really good. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Okay, this one is called Orange, Lavender, and Figs by Fanny Slater. Deliciously different recipes from a passionate eater. With a foreword by Rachel Ray. What's in here? Hanukkah stuff. Here's apple, chicken, sausage, wild mushroom, and fontina frittata. Sounds pretty good. Blueberry muffins. A toasted Elvis PB&J. Huh. Peanut butter, banana, and jelly. That's weird. Whatever. Strawberry and goat cheese crostini with vanilla balsamic reduction. Ooh, I like strawberries and goat cheese. I like vanilla. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. There's a lot of in-between stuff. Ooh, here's some of the things that are in here. Orange lavender fig jam. Roasted tomato aioli. Sunflower seed cream cheese pesto. This orange lavender fig jam, it sounds similar to one that I like that we get. It's made by an Amish company, Walnut Creek. And I don't know if they have a website or anything. I mean, Amish companies, it's hard to tell if you're going to find them online. I would assume if they're a big business like this seems to be, that they would have an online presence. I don't know. I've never looked. But they make something called frog jam. It's fig, raspberry, orange, ginger. Fantastic. This stuff is so good. But it comes in this little jar. And so it's kind of expensive, and it's something that I use as a treat. Because I can't afford to buy it all the time, but it's really good. Mascarpone and mint strawberry cheesecake pops. Oh, summer's coming, people. This looks good. I like that there's a nice grouping of pictures in there. A couple more pages. Dill pickles, aioli, tzatziki, gorgonzola tzatziki. Why would you ruin your tzatziki sauce with gorgonzola? I am not a fan of blue cheeses, and I really don't like gorgonzola. No. And then we have from Accademia Barilla desserts, delicious recipes for Italian favorites. I didn't realize this was going to be such a tiny little book. But it seems to have a nice amount of recipes. This one's called Lady Kisses. They kind of look like chocolate macaron, which would be French and not Italian, so I don't know. Almond biscotti, something I can't pronounce. Chocolate ricotta tart. That looks pretty good. Am I making y'all hungry? Moscato jelly with mixed berries. I've never had Moscato, but those are pretty. Especially like the one in the martini glass. I think that is gorgeous. Moscato wine, gelatin sheets, mixed berries, and mint leaves. I thought there was probably mint in there. I would probably skip the mint leaf myself. I'm not a huge mint person. Vanilla ice cream, orange granita, meringues. I love meringues. That's kind of hard to see, isn't it? White on white. But anyway, meringues are a thing I really like. Oh, there's panna cotta, chocolate covered orange peel, crumbly cake. Lots of yummy things. It looks like I've got just 2 more little things, and these are more to keep me entertained. Well, this one I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. This I will probably save for my niece for Christmas. Funny fill-in My Pirate Adventure. It's put out by National Geographic. And this is very similar to Mad Libs. Oh, it goes this way. Where on this side, come on, show up. It tells you what you need for the story, and then the other page is the story. So once you fill in this side, you take these words and put them in the slots. Like you would on a Mad Lib. And these are all piratey stories. So I think this will be fun. And then this is to entertain me. Spring Fling Crosswords, New York Times. Edited by Will Shorts. 75 easy puzzles. Maybe I'll work on one of these tonight. Just random crossword puzzles. And it looks like there's a whole series of these available. Cup of tea crosswords, easy as pie crosswords, piece of cake puzzles. Those sound like fun to me. I don't know. I occasionally will do some crosswords. So anyway, that's my big haul. Lots and lots of things to keep me entertained. Excuse me. I will be putting my link for Book Outlet in the description. If you are interested in trying out Book Outlet, please use my link. I get some points toward future purchases, and if you spend, I want to say $25. I'll have the information actually in the description, but if you spend a certain amount, then you get a discount by using that link. So hey, it's a win-win for both of us. You get a discount, I get some points towards future purchase, which will then give us a new video eventually. Entertainment for you, I guess. If you're sticking around this long, I hope you're entertained at least a little bit. I don't know. So anyway, I think that's all I have for you today. That was everything in the box. Pretty good pile of stuff. I only spent around $35, $40 by the time all the discounts and everything were taken off. And free shipping when you hit $35, which is awesome. Some of the newer books are still going to be about $7, $8, but that's a lot better than paying, $15, $20, $25 for a book. So, and it depends on a lot of things, like how much they got it for, how popular it is, how new it is. If it's a real new book and it's highly popular, of course it's going to be a little more expensive. Stuff that's less popular is going to be super cheap. Most of what I bought was $1.67 a piece. And then I had like the one I think was six something. I think it was the one Italian cookbook. But for the most part, I didn't buy anything that was over $3 other than the one book. So, you can get a pile of books for, a handful of money. $40 and all that, that's not bad. If I would have go to a regular bookstore, say Barnes and Noble or something, walk in and buy that same stack of books, I'm sure it would have cost me a couple hundred. So anyway, it's well worth it. Check them out if you're interested, and use my link. It'll help us both out. And I think I'll wrap it up, and hopefully we'll have a video coming soon. There should be an L crate coming shortly. I believe they were supposed to start shipping this weekend, unless something has set them back again. They're about a week behind this month because of all the pandemic stuff, which is understandable and forgivable. I want them to be safe and everything. So, and I hope all of you are staying safe. If you're stuck at home, read a book. Gives you something to do. I've been listening to quite a few. Let's see, my April list is a whole sheet already, and we're only on the 25th. So, there's one more to go on here from today. I will write that down after I'm done here. Anyway, I'm at around 140 books so far for the year, which is pretty good. Some days I had like 3 books. Yesterday I didn't read anything at all. I just said, I was tired and bored and just didn't feel like dealing with a book, so I didn't. I sat and watched videos on YouTube. So anyway, hope everybody's staying safe. Hope nobody's getting sick. We don't want that. We want you all to stay safe and healthy. Stay at home. Try not to go out unless you absolutely have to. I've managed to get to where I only go out once every 2 to 2.5 weeks now, to buy things like bread and milk and whatever else I need from the store, from the grocery, and then I just come home and hang out. Which is a big change from I used to go out like every other day. But I'm also going nuts being stuck at home, as well as most other people, I think. But anyway, I just keep on babbling, and I need to let y'all go so that you can go enjoy another video. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. If you have any comments, any suggestions of things you'd like to see, I don't do a lot of videos, but a lot of that's because I just don't know what to do. I personally get kind of bored watching people read a book as a video. I know that that's a popular thing, reading blogs and stuff, but you can only watch a person read for so long, and then it gets like, okay, yeah, I get it, you know how to read. So I'm not really into doing that. And I don't edit either, so I'm sure you've noticed that I don't do edits. Or I very rarely do any edits, and when I do, it's usually to attach 2 pieces together and not to take things out or anything. What am I seeing? Oh, that's okay. I see that black and white over my shoulder, and I was like, what is that? That's a blanket. I sleep on the couch. There's a couple reasons, but the main reason is my dad is 85 and has dementia, and if I don't sleep on the couch, he sometimes tries to escape and go out the door, or he will go in the bathroom and turn the water on and just leave it running, and then I end up with a flooded bathroom. which is not fun. There have been days where I've caught him doing that several times during the day. And, you know, nothing gets dry because he's always flooding the bathroom. So as soon as the towels start to get dry, he floods it again. Then they're all sopping wet, and I have to run through the wash. I don't have a dryer, so then they have to hang in the bathroom to dry. And they don't get dry because then they end up sopping up water that he leaves running. So it's just a constant. But that's neither here nor there. So I end up sleeping on the couch. So that's why you have this. This is a purple blanket, soft and fuzzy, and then this is a reversible. It's black and white stripe on one side, and it's black with gold hearts on the other. And then I've got this one, which is right now keeping my lap warm because it is chilly in here. I've seen people complaining about 100-degree weather, and I'm like, I would be happy with 70. It's a little chilly in the house. But then I know in the summer I will be complaining because it's hot. So I'm dealing with the chill. I can put on a sweater or I can put on a blanket. No big deal, right? But anyway, I sleep on the couch. And some nights I don't get much sleep because he gets up and wanders around, and every time I catch him going in the bathroom, then I go and make sure the water's turned off. I don't. Maybe somebody watching will know. There are the shutoff valves underneath the sink, and I've managed to turn off the cold water, and the other one doesn't seem to turn off anything, and the hot water still runs. So does anybody know if there would maybe be a way to shut the hot water off? I've tried purchasing a faucet lock, which we have the wrong shaped faucet handles for it. Ours have a curve, and the faucet lock needs like a 90-degree angle. Whatever. So it doesn't keep the water from turning on. So I need a way to turn off the hot water. Does anybody have any ideas? Right now I've got it duct taped, and that was working fine until somebody, I don't know if it was my dad or my son, used a knife and cut the tape, and I walked in there and the water was running again. So, yeah. There's got to be a way to turn off the hot water. I've tried several different things. I've tried putting a box over it to confuse him so that maybe he would think, oh, I can't turn the water on because I can't see the faucet. No, he figured out he could stick his hand up under it and turn it on. So I'm trying. There's got to be a way to do it. So if anybody has any ideas on how to keep the water from being turned on by an 85-year-old with dementia who likes to turn it on and just leave it run, I'd love to know. Because I am out of ideas. Anyway, as I said before, I'm going to let you go. And hopefully not babble for another 10 minutes like I've been doing. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.